In this song, I say, Jesus saw her as a son of God, the woman at the well. Now, the woman at the well can be a man or a woman. We all need to come to the well, sit with Jesus, and drink the living water. Every single one of us. Jesus met the woman at the well, told her everything she'd ever done, just another sinner to the world. But Jesus saw her as a son. You are never too far gone for God. Don't listen when they say you are. You are never too far gone for God. He will meet you without regard for what the people all around may think. He is the living water, take a drink. He promises you will not thirst. He will meet you even at your worst. You are never too far gone for God. Don't listen when they say you are. You are never too far gone for God, 'cause He sees you, He sees your heart. You are never too far gone for God. Don't listen when they say you are. You are never too far gone for God, 'cause He sees you, He sees your heart. Jesus met the woman at the well, told her everything she'd ever done. I mean, she had a guy in her life. He wasn't one of her husbands, but she had 5 of them too. She was a regular sinner. The world saw her as a sinner, and yet Jesus talked to her. Jesus saw her as a son of God. Jesus can see who we really are. We may not be aware of it, but Jesus is. You are never too far gone for God. There is nothing you can do to be too far gone for God. The most vile of the vile are not too far gone for God. And those who know the love of God understand that. Don't listen when they say you are. You are never too far gone for God. He will meet you without regard for what the people all around you may think. He is the living water, so take a drink. He is the living water. Out of Him flows life. Out of Him flows life. He promises you will not thirst. He will meet you even at your worst. You are never too far gone for God, because He sees you. He sees your heart. He sees you for who you really are, who you were created to be. And we're in these bodysuits, and until you're born again, you're walking around blind, not aware of who you really are. You were made for something great. And Jesus sees who you are. He knows who you are, even when you don't yet know who you are. Jesus knows who you are. If you're a son of God, Jesus knows. All who the Father gives to Jesus will come to Jesus. He will not lose one. He will call you to Him. He will. But every single one of us is a woman at the well. Every single one of us. My big thing was I slept around. That's what I did. And even after I was born again, I still struggled with lust. So I've got to keep my eyes protected, my conversations protected. I'm still in this flesh, and the flesh wants what the flesh wants. Now, your issue might be pride or anger or unforgiveness or selfishness, or I don't know, maybe it's something outward like drinking, or I don't think drinking is a sin, but I mean, maybe you have a problem with it. You know, and God knows, and God can free you. But sometimes He lets us continue to struggle with things so that we continue to give it to Him, so we continue to rely on Him. Anyone who says they're perfect in this flesh, they're lying. They're full of pride, and they don't see it. Nobody has attained. Even Paul says, I have not yet attained. I'm doing the things I don't want to be doing. I have not yet attained. So if you meet a Christian and they seem like a better than thou, or don't let them be the example. Jesus is the example. Don't not come to Christ because you've had a bad experience with somebody who calls themselves by His name. Because people aren't perfect, first of all. And they may not even walk with Him. They may, but they may not. And as we get to know the Lord more, we're transformed into His image more and more. And we get control over. Christ takes control over what's going on in this bodysuit, this flesh. I call it a bodysuit. It's not who we are. When we're with the Lord for eternity, we're not going to be wearing these bodysuits. We won't be. And these bodysuits are death. We're dying in these bodysuits. And they're full of sin. So the woman at the well, she was a sinner. And she came and sat with Jesus, and he told her everything she'd ever done. And she's like, you must be a prophet. And he had a conversation with her. And then she went and told everybody about him. He told her, you've got to drink the living water. That Jesus is the one with the living water. The living water cleanses us. We are cleansed as we drink the living water, when we drink the living water. All right, God bless you.